Hello, and welcome to another edition of An English Guy Watching Wrestling. I'm the English Guy, I'm Nick. Thank you so much for clicking on another video. I really appreciate it. And I think I'm about to sneeze. Of all the times for this to happen, as I'm doing this intro, I think it might be okay. Anyway, thank you for clicking on another video. And this one we're going to be covering the 15th of June 2021 edition of AEW Dark. With that being said, jump right into it, sorry, my apologies. The opening matchup was between Danny Limelight and Ethan Page. And I admit, when I saw this match announced, I thought this is going to be a good match. And it was. Even though it was only a short match, just under 4 minutes and 21 seconds, just under that is. It was actually a good back and forth matchup. And when you've got two guys like Ethan Page and Danny Limelight, you are going to get a good encounter, and you've got that here. But Ethan Page did pick up the win after the Ego's Edge, and Ethan Page, since he's been in AEW, has been great to watch. I liked him before, I really did, but now he's even better. So I'm really pleased to see him do as well as he's been doing in AEW. Daniel Limelight, good to see him back in AEW television because he's such a good talent. And these two just, these two click very, very well, the unique styles. And Ethan Page just proves that he's one of the best AEW have. His innovation, what he does is very, very good. His charisma, it just works. All you got Ethan Page. There you go. So thumbs up for that, and thumbs up for both of them for producing a good opening matchup. And next matchup was probably my match of the night, Dante Martin versus Sonny Kiss. And talk about a matchup when you've got two of the very best of what they do in AEW. This is it. Arguably, the most athletic competitor in all of AEW is Sonny Kiss. And a man who's been on a real role in AEW as of late is Dante Martin. And I've got to say, these two were phenomenal in their matchup. Only 5 minutes and 12 seconds, but they just really went at it. And what they do, their high flying, high impact maneuvers, both of them really, really brought in this matchup. And I just saw, these two went out there and did exactly what he expected to do and more. And Dante Martin is picking up momentum from yet another win. And his finisher, very unique flip over into a stunner, which I don't see anybody else do, to be fair. And it's working because he picked up the win, but this was just fantastic stuff. It really, really was. And this is what you think of AEW when it comes to these two wrestlers. They brought it and then some. So brilliant match from both men. Short, but really, really good. So definite thumbs up to Sonny and to Martin for this one. And next match was a very short match. Nyla Rose versus Charlotte Renegade. And Nyla Rose has been on a tear as of late in AEW, and not surprising because it's Nyla Rose, and she's pretty much always on a tear in AEW. But she's picked up the win in a very, very quick fashion with the Beast Bomb at 1 minute and 3 seconds after basically dominating the whole match from start to finish. So there you go. Nyla Rose won with the Beast Bomb, I should say. The next matchup was Evil Uno and Stu Grayson versus Shane Mercer and KTB. And whilst Dante Martin and Sonny Kiss was my match of the night, this was my second match of the night, to be fair. And great to see Uno and Grayson back as a tag team. Obviously, in recent times, we've seen different variations of the Darkholder and tag team matches, but Uno and Grayson are perhaps the longest tenured tag team because obviously they were once Super Smash Brothers. Now, of course, part of the Darkholder. But this was a superb tag match, to be fair. And Mercer and KTB making their AEW tag team debut, but they were very impressive. And they were doing stuff I've never seen any tag team do before. And they were a tag team. They weren't just two single guys put together as a tag team. You could tell these two had worked together and been as a team for a little while. And they really brought in this matchup. They had some very good tag team offense. And more than once had some close falls on Darkholder, to be fair. But the Dark Order showed why they are the Dark Order, and they did get the win. But it's definitely take nothing away from KTB and Mercer in this one because they really did show a lot of promise. And this is their debut in AEW, which is fantastic to say. I really thought this was a matchup that warrants what the tag team division is all about, and giving the newer guys a chance to shine through, as AEW Dark Elevation has and AEW Dark does. And Mercer and KTB. Well, a perfect example of that. Their tag team debut, but they were very, very impressive. So definitely wouldn't mind seeing them back in AEW, that's for sure. But Darkholder picked up the win in a very, very good tag match. So definite thumbs up to all 4 men for this one. And this match was Wardlow versus Chandler Hopkins. And Wardlow has a very busy week and a very important week. He won in very quick fashion in AEW Dark Innovation. Won very quick here by getting chokehold 1 minute and 35 seconds. And Wardlow is Mr. Mayhem is back on a roll as the monster he is. So, thumbs up to that. The next match was Dylan McQueen versus Cesar Bononi, and it's very unique to see Cesar Bononi using as a singles wrestler these days. Usually he's part of a tag team, whether it's with JD Drake or with Ryan Nemeth, but it's a singles outing. Kind of liked it. I liked it. To be fair, this was a short but fun match and hitting a very hot, very unique pump handle toss. I don't know what to call his finishing move, Bononi, but he did win the match on 1 minute 58 seconds. Pretty much all Bononi, so good to see one of the wingmen getting a win, so I do like him. So there we go. And this match was Frankie Kazarian versus Jake Tucker, and this was Frankie Kazarian's first match back in AEW since SCE broke up. And Frankie has had, in his mind to go back after the Darkholder. Obviously, Frankie's on his own now because of SCU calling it a day, which is very unfortunate. But you know what, Frankie, being Frankie, is one of the best all-rounders in AEW, full stop. And it was only 3 minutes and 31 seconds, but basically he won the matchup with a crossface chicken move, which is something I've never seen Frankie use before. If he has, sorry, I don't remember it. But he picked up the win in very convincing fashion, and I think a win is exactly what he needed, and that's what he got here. So definitely thumbs to that. It's great to see Frankie back wrestling in AEW, so I really think he's amazing. One of the most underrated wrestlers and best all-round wrestlers AEW have. So definitely thumbs to that, and thumbs up to Frankie back in his winning ways. There we go. And this match was Rossi versus Kylan King. And one thing I can't help but absolutely love is how Kylan King has had a great 2021. She started to show more promise. She's getting better in the ring. And she shows decent stuff here. And she was doing stuff I've never seen her do before against a very talented Rossi, who gave her a good fight, to be fair. And this was actually a good women's match. I enjoyed it. And even though it was only 4 minutes and 4 seconds, what they did is entertaining stuff. I did like how Rossi brought a bit of attitude towards what she does, and she showed it. But it's not to say that Kylan King hasn't had a great year, because she has, and she did pick up the win with Kingdom Falls. But Rossi showed some good promise in this matchup, and make another debuting wrestler in AEW was Rossi. But Kylan King, she's had a great year, and she continues to show it. So thumbs up to that for the win, and thumbs up for this matchup. It's good stuff. And the next match, the Gun Club versus Chaos Project, and I have to admit, I was looking forward to this matchup when I saw it was announced. You got obviously the father and son combination of the Gun Club versus Chaos Project, the most unique and most entertaining and perhaps funniest tag team in all of AEW. And this was actually a fun tag match too. I enjoyed this. Excuse me. I thought Gun Club winning was the right call, even though Chaos Project have had some decent formats of late in AEW. But it's not to say this matchup wasn't entertaining, because when you've got two unique elements like Luther and Serpentico, they do something a bit different each week, and they did it here, and it shows the entertainment value, and what they do just works. And the Gun Club, obviously are going to have a lot of momentum behind it because of father and son tag team. And apart from Christian Cage, there's nobody, and Matt Hardy, there's nobody else in AEW that's got as much tag team experience as Billy Gunn. He's perhaps got the most than anyone in AEW. So of course it makes sense for him to show even more here, and he did. But this was a fun, short match, and I enjoyed this one. So Chaos Project losing, I don't think they lost anything in this one, to be honest, but the Gun Club winning continues their winning ways as a tag team. So definite thumbs up to that. So they're starting to climb up the rankings. So who knows, maybe we'll see a championship title match in the future. He's hoping. Thumbs up for that. So fingers crossed for that. The next match was Willow Nightingale versus Tay Kante, and I've said this many times before, but I'm going to say it again. Tay Kante has been the most improved wrestler in the women's division in 2021, and she has had a fantastic year. She had an incredible match against Hikaru Shida for the AEW Women's title earlier in the year, and her facing Willow Nightingale was a good but short match. So short but very good match, to be fair. And these two exchanged some really cool moves, and Tay Kante once again shows her innovation, shows what she can do in the ring, and was very hard hitting a little bit in this matchup. But you know what? Nothing wrong with that. But Tay Kante went with a DDT was always a good thing to see. And Willie Nightingale showed a lot of promise here too. She had a good showing, so I was very happy to see that because I do like Willie Nightingale. I think she's got a lot of potential. But Tay Kante has had a fantastic 2021 and continues that momentum here, so thumbs up to that for sure. And then, next match was Colt Cabana and Angels versus the Acclaimed, and this was the main event. And this was a good main event, to be fair. I thought this was generally one of the matches of the night, and great to see the Acclaimed in the main event spot, because I think if there's a tag team in AEW in 2021 that's had a great year, it's these two. Obviously, had a championship time match earlier in the year. And even though they did pick up the win, Angels and Colt Cabana showed a lot of great potential in this matchup. Of course, any members of the Darkholder that are together in a tag team, it just works. Did what he's doing here. And I really enjoyed this one, to be fair. And I think the Acclaimed have fast become one of my favourite tag teams in AEW. Yeah, two very unique personalities, but they just work as a tag team, and they work so well. And I think I wouldn't mind seeing get another title match one day. Who knows? But this was a good tag team main event, and shenanigans by the Acclaimed did end up making them pick up the win at 7 minutes and 19 seconds. But it was a fun back and forth tag match. Actually, it wasn't just offense on just one side, and obviously coming back. No, back and forth. So I enjoyed that. So definitely thumbs up to this matchup for sure. Good main event to top of what was a good episode of AEW Dark. And on that positive note, I will end the review here. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you all next time. Until next time, take care.